Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mike from Below Average Blogger. Welcome back. It is the end of December and I hope everyone had a great holiday season. And I wanted to go over today the questions that came in my comments section that I didn't really get the time or the opportunity to answer during this month. So we are going to jump into the questions that came in my comment sections and I will answer them for you. So let's just jump into it. All right, so Online Affiliate Success says, hey there, same as the case with my site. Would you like to share some strategy on how you try and recover the drops? And so this question is relating to the December 2020 Google Core Algorithm Update video that I produced, where I showed how my site was negatively impacted by the algorithm update. And the question is basically asking me, what am I going to do and how am I going to handle and what is my strategy to deal with a drop like this when it happens? So me being so new at this, I'm not really the authority to be answering on this. I will tell you what I plan on doing, and then I will share with you some other YouTubers who have put out some really good information. So as far as myself and my strategy, I don't have much of a strategy going into this. So I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out what all was impacted, why it's impacted, and how to fix it. And I don't know that there's fully an official answer out for that yet. What I plan to do is ignore it. And the reason why I say ignore it is because at this point, it's out of my control. My metrics are starting to recover, and I believe that making any drastic changes at this point without fully knowing what or why I'm making these changes would just be guessing and potentially causing more harm to the website. Diversifying your visibility in Google, I think, is the best strategy you can have, because if you have all of your emphasis and focus on just your one website and it gets hammered by Google, you're going to be out a lot of work and a lot of time and you're going to have a lot of frustration. So my advice would be to have more than one stream of income, and that includes your websites or whatever else you have going on. So if one of them does take a hit, you have others to rely on. And in this case, that worked for me. One website was negatively hit, the other one did much better. And so that's the way I look at it. I'm going to link to Chris at Niche Safari, who did a great video about this, and he kind of discussed historical data that he's seen, and it's actually very helpful to show you that while these things do occur, unless there's no targeted issue that Google's going after, generally these websites recover and they continue to move forward. So that will be my plan moving forward. And to Online Affiliate Success, who sent the question, thank you, brother, for sending that, and hopefully that helps you out. And I will link below Chris's video where you can check his out with a better answer than mine. All right, so the next the next comment that came in that I didn't get back to was from Imran KLGL. I don't want to screw up your name, so I won't say it, but it was discussing why I joined a paid group, and he said Morton is lit. The way he explains is really good. I think there's nothing to doubt about going to his course, and it's worth it. Great stuff and good luck. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I wish you all success as well, and I hope. I think joining that group was a good decision, and I'm looking forward to it. All right. So next up was from Chris Kaznave, C-A-Z, I'm screwing this up. Cavenave, I have no idea. Kaznave, don't know. I'll show it on the screen. Sorry for butchering your name, sir, but here we go. He said, how do you get your Google Analytics to look like this? Mine seems to look totally different and I can't see users and page views on the same screen. So let me pull up that video real quick and make sure, see what he's talking about. All right, so Chris was referring to this screenshot here of how I got my Google Analytics to look like this. A couple things that I'm thinking when you ask this question. And one is probably the case that I made this video on the old Google Analytics interface. So if you're unaware, Google Analytics sometime in either late November or early December kind of jumped to a new interface that has a lot different data and analytics for you to look at. And it has a different layout and viewability to it as well. So this image that I shared, my Google Analytics, was from the old version of Google Analytics. And if yours doesn't look this way, I'm guessing it's because you're on the new version and you have a newer site as well. So if that's the case, you're in the right spot. I was showing the old version, and you'll see moving forwards, because I've now switched over, that all of my Google Analytics screenshots will be most likely from the type that you're looking at now in the newer Google Analytics 4. And I will link below a video that goes over Google Analytics 4, so you can just kind of confirm that that's what's going on with that. But in short, I think you're using the good current Google Analytics, and I was using the older one, which is why mine looked different. All right, so this question comes in next. I get asked a lot, and I think it's more than once on here, but I'll go over it. And this one is from Rick Blythe. Rick, what's going on, man? It says, how on earth did you get on a Zoick with a new site? Don't you need some decent traffic first? What do you mean decent, Rick? I'm just kidding. I have terrible traffic. I get it. So I will share these screenshots here of how I got into a Zoick. I'll literally show you the email traffic. All right, so back in September, I went onto Zoick because I had heard it was a platform where you could show ads that paid better than AdSense. And at the time, I was making $6 or so a month from AdSense. I went to Zoick, I started to apply, and then somewhere during the process, I either heard or saw or read something that said you needed 10,000 page views. And so while I had created an account and started an application on Zoick, I just stopped. And I said, oh, well, I'm just gonna wait till I have better traffic because there's no point in applying with 1,500, 2,000 page views and their requirement's 10,000. I don't feel like getting a denial. I'll just wait till I hit 10,000 and apply. And so I backed out. Well, I received just a random email from Zoick a few days later that said, hi, Mike, thanks for your interest in signing up to Zoick. You have some great content. I was just reading your article about Yellowstone National Park. Just so happens I returned from a trip out there. Anyway, I'm assuming you're interested in serving ads on your site with Zoick. I'm here to help in any way to set you up on our platform. How many visitors per month are you currently getting? And I was at first excited when I read the email. And then that last line, I was like, oh, well, this is where I have to tell them I only make, 1,500, 2,000 page views a month. And they're gonna say, oh, thanks, come back and, when you're at 10K. All right, so I replied and said, hey, I am interested in Zoick. However, I realized after initial sign up that my site is still young in its third month and only has around 2,000 page views. I said, if we're lucky, we might finish around 3,000, but we're nowhere near 10,000 threshold. AdSense is on my site now. I'm doing about 7 to 10 a month, $6 as of today. I figured it wouldn't be worth a denial and I could wait until I grow a bit. Any advice in the meantime? So I was just trying to be polite, respond, and not look for an invitation. I was trying to just kind of play it humble and let them, if they're gonna let me, they're gonna let me. If they're not, they're not. So that's what I sent. And he replied with, congrats on growing your traffic to 2,000 page views in just 3 short months. Zoick has actually begun working with a lot of smaller sites lately, as we know they are likely to grow like yours. With that, we have lowered our threshold and we would accept you to our platform. I'd be happy to walk you through the setup. It's actually quite simple, and you should easily double your AdSense revenue using Zoick. Since it's built on WordPress, I suggest you using the plugin and ask for Google Ad Exchange. Yada, yada, yada. Essentially, he says, you can get in if you want to. And so I was very surprised because at the time, a lot of people were talking about getting invites to the Just Start program through Zoick. And I thought, well, he didn't mention Just Start, and I didn't even know what Just Start was. I didn't apply through Just Start program. I just literally, like I do most things, out of being naive, just try. And so that's what I did. I just tried, and it worked out. I now have a second site that's actually metrics are surpassing my first site, and I just launched Zoick ads on it too, and it's going to be around 2,000 page views a month this month, and it's only 3 months old. So my response to this would absolutely be just apply. Just apply. Worst case scenario, you get an email that says, thanks for applying, come back when you have 10,000 page views. Or they say, thanks for applying, welcome to Zoick. We're starting with newer, smaller sites like yours. Congrats. So there was no trick. I didn't know anybody. I didn't call anybody. I don't have a friend in a business or a link or a connection, nothing. I didn't know anybody. I wasn't even on YouTube, or I just started YouTube at the time. I hadn't networked with anybody. I was just a dude with a blog who tried it, applied to Zoick, and got accepted. And my advice to you guys would be absolutely apply, try, and see if you get accepted. You may not, or you very well may could. So I will link below my affiliate link to Zoick. If you want to just throw your application and see what happens, definitely throw it in and see what happens. Can't hurt. All right, next question. Thanks for the question, Rick. My decent traffic. All right, next question. Our comment. This was from Alexander Rivera. It says, but can Morton rap like Hasta La Vista Boss? I don't know. Morton's a smart dude. And I think he's a little reserved in his videos. So maybe he can rap. I don't know if it's as good as Hasta La Vista Boss, but maybe he can rap. Maybe Morton's holding out on us. Maybe Morton's about to drop the best album of the year. I don't know. Morton, if you're watching and you can rap, drop us a rap, bro. All right, this is from Richard Jakeman. He says, great philosophy, referring to why I joined a paid group. He says, there are tons of people out there selling snake oil and it's hard to distinguish the quality ones. A bit of common sense goes a long way. A few hours Googling, you should have a sense of how valuable a course or group will be and how legit the creators are. I ended up spending $1,000 on one of the big, well-known courses and can honestly say it's shaved 3 years off my journey. Richard, first off, thanks for being a part of this and leaving a comment. I appreciate it. And on that note, I think Richard is dead on. Common sense will get you very far. Googling things will get you very far. Watching YouTube videos will get you very far. The whole idea for me in joining a paid group for blogging was to have a roadmap and to shorten that learning curve and lessen, not eliminate, but lessen the frustrations and headaches you learn along the way. And that's one of the things behind this whole channel is I want to share and be honest with people who subscribe and say, hey, here's how this month went. It wasn't pretty, or it was pretty, or whatever happened. I just want to share it and just be real and show you what I got and what I didn't get. And hopefully by me sharing my successes and failures, it kind of helps you along your path as well in website building. And so for me, having spent a few $100 on a paid group, I've already found lots of information in the course that has pointed out things I've been doing incorrectly. And so again, just like our friend Richard Jakeman here says, by taking 3 years off that journey, by joining a paid group or joining a paid group in general, you're shortening that learning curve. If you're someone who can follow directions well and follow course content well, you're hopefully going to just improve your journey and shorten the learning curve on this journey. So that's why I joined the paid group. If you're interested in checking out the paid group that I joined, it's going to be Morton's from Passive Income Geek. It's a really affordable group and it's got a lot of great content in it. I will leave an affiliate link down below for you to check it out. But it doesn't just stop at Morton's. There's lots of people out there creating groups. And it's going to be part of your journey and your research to figure out which one you want to join. For me, I just happened to chose Morton's group. All right, so the last question from this month that I didn't get to is kind of been touched on, but we're going to hit it one more time. And that's from Vittoria Scopeliti. Hopefully I didn't ruin your name. And it says, what did you do to get into Zoick? Did you reach out to them? And so I kind of just touched on it in the last video, but yes, I did reach out to him, shot him an email, or excuse me, shot him an application, and then withdrew it. They reached out to me and said, hey, did you still want to do it? And I said, yes. And so I'll leave a link below. My advice to everybody is just go ahead and apply. Just try. It's not going to hurt. And worst case, they say no. Best case, they say yes. Just give it a shot. And I'll leave a link below for you to go ahead and send in an application if you want. It is an affiliate link, so I appreciate if you use it. And good luck to you. I think the odds are good for most people and better than people think they are. So that is that. All right, guys, so that is the December Q&A of the questions I received this month that I didn't get back to personally. I left a little comment reply below this morning saying I would feature your question in today's video. So for those of you who got the comment and the questions today, I genuinely appreciate the feedback, the interaction on the channel. And if you're new here and you found this by stumbling around looking for people and blogging and sharing their journey with you, that's kind of what this channel is. It's a place for you to follow my journey. I am not a blogger. I am not well, I guess I am a blogger, but I don't have a background in it. I'm a regular Joe from a regular career like you, and I kind of just got into it this year during quarantine because I had no time, and I wanted to share the successes and the failures and kind of create a little community where those of us who are new and not the gurus can kind of share information, help each other out, and hopefully what I offer is helpful to you guys. That is it for today. Check out the links below. Definitely apply to Zoick. Check out any groups if you're interested in them, and we will see you on the next video, which will be just in a couple days. I am going to go over the income for December. How did it do with the algorithm update? How did I do with ads? What's going on with the other sites? I'm going to update all that information just in the next few days. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you later. Bye.